A few years ago, I came across this image online, and it just evokes a sense of megalophobia within me. Holy shit. So what this is a container ship, a 15,000 TEU container ship, the CSCL Jupiter, running aground on the Scheldt River in Belgium, near the port of Antwerp. And you can see how large this thing is. Like the first time I saw it, I was horrified by this image. Like, how big is this thing, dude? Like, obviously you see those photos of container ships online, but they're usually taken like this, with basically the ocean as its only background and nothing really to compare to the size of it. Like one here, see, there's nothing around it, just ocean or river water. So you don't really get a sense of scale in this kind of photos. But when you compare to something you see in everyday life, for example, people roaming near water or just on a beach, that most of people should have seen that in their lives. And holy crap, look at how small these people are compared to this ship. But here's what comes to my mind. This vessel here, the CSCL Jupiter, is a 15,000 TEU container ship. It's a large vessel. It's 366 meters in length and 51 meters in width. But it's absolutely not the biggest ship out there. Like, there are much bigger container ships. The one that are largest today is 2,000, 24,000 TUs, so much bigger than this one. And what I'm thinking is, what would it realistically look like if a container ship bigger than this, which is the biggest container ship on the Earth right now, were to get stuck up on this beach? What would it look like? And how horrifying would it be? Well, this is where Minecraft comes in. As look at this, I've been working on a port city project for a year now. This is the city of Ensign. We have a a very modern downtown area, some Asian-inspired old block area here. It's not even old block; it's a early 20th century block. We have some port infrastructure. This is an iron ore transfer port, and this is a shipyard. And here I am currently at the Ensign Container Terminal, which is a modern, huge container terminal. And as you can see, these are all built one-to-one scale. And what I want to show you guys is this here. So you see this huge container ship over here. This is the CMA Louvre. It is not the absolute biggest container ship by the TU amount, which is the container amount it can take, but it's one of the biggest by dimensions because all of these largest container ships they come in the dimension of 400 meters long and 61 meters wide. So this is one of the largest. It carries more than 23,000 TEUs. And you see I have built all this to scale in Minecraft, which means one block is 1 meter. So this ship measures 400 blocks in length and 61 blocks in width. Also, it measures a 33 block in height, not including the containers. But you can see that it's fully loaded with a lot of different containers. The blue ones being the CMACG ones, the green ones being the evergreen ones. Just a representation within Minecraft limitations. And you see how big this thing is, but as I said, we still don't have a very good thing to compare it to. So, luckily, I have a beach here in my city. So, what if we just launch this ship onto the beach and see how big it actually looks in real life? Because this is as close to real life as you can get in Minecraft, because everything is one-to-one scale and you're viewing it from a one-to-one perspective. So let's come here and take a look. Yeah, this is the downtown area with a lot of skyscrapers, modern skyscrapers. And I'm on the middle of the road, and let's take a look. So this is what it will look like for such a vessel to be launched up. 1 second, let me turn up the render distance to maximum since I didn't have distant horizons on this file right now. So this is what it will look like realistically when a ship of this size were to get grounded on a beach. And well, you still have nothing to compare it to because this is just bare sand and still don't have a good sense of scale. So let's add some human beings. In this case, let's add some villagers. Yeah, the shaders are on. Look at how big this thing is. Like, It's this is absolutely crazy. I mean, this ship is much bigger than the one that's in the actual photo of that I just showed you. But look at this. Like, see how small the people are? Let's give it a wider lens angle. Wow, this just seems like a monstrosity here. That really gives you appreciation of how big these modern architectural, not architectural, these modern machines are. Let's choose a different angle. Like, see how small these people are, just like ants compared to this thing. And and let me tell you what, this is absolutely realistic. Not I'm not saying that a ship is going to ground of such a scale, but this is possible. This is absolutely possible in real life. If you get a ship this big to ground on a beach, this is exactly what it would look like. And like, oh, hi guys. Did you see this huge thing up here? Yeah. So so what this shows is that the sense of scale really comes down to what you compare it with. If you just have a vessel here with nothing around to compare it to, then you might not even know the scale. But once you compare it to something that you see in everyday life, for example, human beings, then it's very apparent to how big these things are, because look at how small the humans are compared to this. And you just get the sense of, wow, this is not something that I'm used to. This is something that's really odd. And that is where the sense of megalophobia comes in. It's like, wow, I'm not used to seeing something of this proportion shown to me next to something that I'm really familiar with. And yeah, I guess that will be it. I'll be showing you more for the city of Ansai and its development because this is a really cool project I'm working on. And if you look around, the downtown area is pretty much already done here. There's still more a few things to add. But yeah, I'll show you around. See you in the next video.